Hi, this is Pat, and in this video we're going to talk about how to manage your navigation as you build your Digital Faith website. The way this works is that your site organizes pages based on your folders. So for each folder there is a button on your navigation. So each of these are folder. We see the worship folder with service schedule, page layout, and news. So here we see those folders. We also see the home folder, the top navigation, and when we take a look at that, we see that the Contact Us page is included in that folder, but it's also on the top navigation. That's because any page that is in the root folder is going to show up in the top level of the navigation. So here's a great example on the Contact Us. You don't need a bunch of drop downs under the Contact Us. You really just want to have a single button that links to that content. And so you can simply put a page in the top folder, in the root folder, and it will automatically show up directly on that navigation bar. These other buttons, even though when you hover them they're active, they don't produce links. So folders aren't links, pages are links. All right, so let's talk about making some adjustments here. For instance, let's say that we want to put the worship towards the end of the list. We want to move its location. So what we're going to do is go to our View All Folders and Navigation, and we're just going to drag that folder down below the other folders and let it update. And then we're going to go back and refresh, and we see that that worship has now moved. This process is exactly the process that you can take for any folder in your list. So you simply just drag and drop those folders around to get them in the order that you would like. Now, inside of each folder are pages, and those pages are sorted alphabetically by the name of the URL in that list. And so here we've seen a good example of where, alphabetical works almost all the time, but there might be an occasion where you need something to be different than alphabetical. And so what we want to do is change that 3 to be at the end there. So we want to take a look at, let's take a look at the first one. And when we go to Configure Page, we see that the page URL starts with the numeral 1, which is before alphabet, so it's before the letter A. So 1 is that. And if we go back now, and let's take a look at the third page, and here we see that there's a 3. And that's working as we would expect it, because if we go to the 2-column one and take a look there, we see that there isn't a numeral in front of that. And so on this list, what we're seeing is the numeral 1 is putting this at the top of the list. The numeral 3 is putting that at the below the 1. And this one is not numeral, it's alphanumeric, and so it is at the bottom. So if we put a 2 in front of that and then just click Update, and then go back over to our page, what we'll see is that these order now are based on the the numeric character that is in front of that URL. So to change the order of pages in the dropdown, just be aware that the page URL is going to determine that order, and you can use numerics in front of that URL to order those in a custom way if you would like. Now, another thing about navigation that we should talk about is creating new pages. So let's add a new page, and we're going to call this music, and let's put that page in the worship section. And here we see a checkbox to include in navigation. Now, if we don't want that page to show up on our website, until we have completed it and gotten it ready to be displayed, we can create that page leaving including navigation unchecked. And when we go back to our site and look under worship, we'll see that that music page isn't there. Now, let's say that we've added a headline and a byline, and we can put some copy in there. Now let's say we've got the page the way we want. Check the box that says included navigation and click update. And then in refreshing the site, we now see that the service schedule the music page is also included, and we see those are alphabetical. So when creating pages or editing pages, you can adjust the navigation and determine whether that page shows up in the navigation or not. So for instance, this test page, which is currently included in navigation, we want to uncheck that and update the page, and then we can go back out to our live site and refresh, and that test page is going to come off of there. Now let's say that we wanted to relocate that test page under the worship section and include it in navigation. We simply adjust the folder that it's located in and click update, and we can go back out to our site and take a look under worship, and there is our test page. So that's working with navigation, and there are a variety of ways that you can manage it. But remember that your folders are your buttons and the order that you place them in, and you want to be sure to include or not include pages in navigation as you'd like them to reflect on your site, and adjust the folders that they're located in here. Thanks.